welcome to the Hannahcast, everybody. My name is Christian Hannah, and today we're once again joined by Raphael.
That is me. Please press like and share.
Yeah, press like, share.
Comment for the algorithm.
Yeah, forgive
If this is your first time here, subscribe.
Yeah, definitely hit that subscribe button.
I think we're forgetting. Oh yeah. Go to christianhannah.com.
Oh shit! There we go. Yeah. Go to christianhannah.com. We have a bunch of cool things. Like you click the YouTube link, I'll take you to my YouTube page. It's a pretty it's a pretty simple. It's a pretty simple thing and whatnot. Click that subscribe button. You can't really see it right here because I'm not currently on there right now. I'm currently logged onto my channel, so it's like, yeah. Also, hit that Patreon button. We want to know some ideas we can do for Patreon because right now we have a 3 month.
You can leave those in the comments too.
Yeah, leave some ideas in the comments for what you think of what Patreon rewards you think you'd be interested in. Because we're gonna have things like the Hannahcast audio only version, exclusive Q&As and whatnot. But you get to have your name in my videos. But like I said, overall, we want to hear more ideas and whatnot. I'm personally considering commentaries and like showing like the highlights on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you click the merch link and you get to go to my Teespring store where there's a bunch of cool products including stickers, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, Make America Cringe Again merch, mugs, socks, pants, pillows, even Pride merch, in which all Pride merch will be donated to, all revenue from Pride merch will go to the Human Rights Campaign.
And it's a Pride lifetime. The Pride merch is there, I think, permanently now, right?
Oh yeah, I figure why not keep it on there and whatnot. We also have my Twitter, Letterboxd. We still need to get you a Letterboxd account. Yeah, but we also have TikTok and subreddit and whatnot. Overall, all that can be found here at christianhannah.com. So yeah, man, we've been talking about a few things and whatnot over the past week.
Got to see Black Widow on Thursday.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be talking about that here in a bit. Mm-hmm. Actually, I might want to pull up the actual topics and whatnot. Okay, yeah. But yeah, we'll be talking about Black Widow here in a bit. I've been coming up with some really interesting ideas for films and whatnot. Just overall a bunch of, crazy things that are happening. Ooh, this little smoky thing.
Yeah, I'm a freaking vape god, bro.
Yeah, the vape nation.
Is this backwards? Is Naish vape?
Yeah, it looks like Naish vape.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. But I'm overall just like thinking whatnot, but there's some cool stuff going on, some dumb stuff, but I think right now we might need to talk a little bit about the dumb stuff here in a bit, because this thing just kind of perplexes me as to why this was a priority. But basically, apparently, the Iowa governor has passed a bill, and the governor of Iowa has signed it into law, saying that it's requiring schools and students to recite the Pledge of Allegiance and whatnot, which I'm not gonna lie, I think is, like I said, it's very perplexing to say the least.
How's that gonna affect like private schools, for example, that don't receive federal funding and don't have to do really most things that the government says you have to do as a school?
I don't know how that affects that, because again, they're technically their own entities.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so why? But
why? But public schools, like, this is a public school thing. Which the reason why I'm not gonna lie, especially once I found out about what was it? Like, actually, dang it, I don't have it. I don't have it on me. But basically, the reason why I kind of find this weird, actually, what was it? Yeah. What I find weird about this is that, like, technically this is not this. This is not legal. This shouldn't be legal and whatnot. And the reason why I say this is for one, I'll get into my. Okay, I'll give my first thoughts on the whole Pledge of Allegiance thing. I feel like it's very. I don't know why. I feel like it's kind of weird to indoctrinate kids into pledging their allegiance to something that they clearly do not understand.
Yeah, it's definitely a very nationalist thing to do.
Yeah, and it's and what's even weirder is that teachers don't tell you this, but it's legally not a requirement to do so, because there was this one Supreme Court case that was in the 1940s called West Virginia State Board of Education versus Barnett, where the West Virginia Board of Education in the 40s did this exact same thing that Iowa's doing, which is requiring students to stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance, or at least in the case of this West Virginia one, risk being expelled from school if you didn't. But so since this went up to the Supreme Court, and ultimately the Supreme Court went in favor of Barnett, because it goes against the First Amendment right of freedom of belief and whatnot. And considering this is a government funded public schools are government funded, they cannot make you do that.
Yeah, well, I don't know how long this is gonna last or how he thinks it's gonna go for him. I mean, I really don't understand how he can really even do this when there's already a legal precedent for something just like this.
Actually, technically, I think the governor of Iowa is a woman. Yeah, Kim Reynolds.
My bad.
Yeah, but it's just her, what was her main? Yeah, this is basically what she said about this. She said, no, this isn't what she said, but okay. What was it? Oh yeah, this is proposed by Representative Carter Nordman, I'm guessing of Iowa and whatnot. He says this: I am extremely proud that F-847, which is this bill, which included my Pledge of Allegiance language, was signed by Governor Reynolds. Nordman, a freshman legislator, said, by being just one of a few states who did not have the Pledge of Allegiance language in our code, we are doing a disservice to our students. Nordman hopes this new law will serve as an opportunity for teachers to discuss with students the true meaning of the Pledge of Allegiance. We don't pledge our allegiance to a government or a leader. We pledge our loyalty to an idea, the American idea. We pledge our loyalty to the greatest social experiment to ever happen in this planet. This is why I believe the Pledge of Allegiance is so important. When writing this original bill, I wanted to ensure students' First Amendment rights would not be infringed upon, even though this is exactly what this is doing.
Yeah, it's just a social experiment. The camera's right there.
Yeah, that's why there's...
It's just a prank, bro.
Yeah, it's just... he said, during a time of such political divide in our nation, I believe the pledge is something that can bring all Americans together, regardless of political affiliation, which is just a damn lie. This, and this is the problem I have here. It's because Kim Reynolds, the governor of Iowa, is Republican, and I don't understand this whole point. Really, I'm willing, I don't mean to turn this into Republicans thing, but it's shit that just leaves me no choice. It's they always complain about, what about my First Amendment rights? Whenever Donald Trump complained about being kicked off of Twitter for saying dumb shit, even though Twitter's a private entity and they have every legal reason to.
And they literally made that bet when they ruled that the dude didn't have to make that homosexual couple a cake. They were like, oh, it's a private business. We can't tell them what to do. Well, guess what? Twitter's a private business. You can't tell them what to do. If they want to ban Donald Trump, they can ban Donald Trump twice for all they care.
Oh, the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, at the same time, people like Kim Reynolds actually are trying to suppress the First Amendment. Actually trying to do this, which, again... That's the funny thing. And like I said earlier, teachers, they would never tell you this in school, or at least they never told me that. Because when I found out about this, because I've always found the whole pledge of, having students stand up and say the Pledge of Allegiance, I just always found that very...
I also found it weird, and I never really did it in high school, not because of any specific reason. I was just usually way too tired in the morning to be asked to stand up, and I was just like, nah.
I can vouch for that. Like you were pretty like there were like many times where you would just like sleep under the desk in like Photoshop class.
Yeah.
But like, it's just I just don't really understand why this is like I really don't think this is good. Do you think this is going to last long? This whole Iowa law?
No, I think it'll eventually make its way to the Supreme Court, and they'll be like, "Yeah, sorry, you can't do that."
I mean, at least that's why I hope, and not. I'm just. That's at least what I hope they do, in that not because I don't know exactly how many Democrats or Republicans are in the Supreme Court. Because I know, at least
even then, I mean, this is an issue of free speech. I mean, I feel like regardless of your party line, you can agree that it's mighty fucking stupid what they're doing.
That's why that's at least why I'm hoping. It's just the worry that because the whole Amy Coney Barrett's whole what disaster she is.
Yep.
It's just I just don't understand why this was a big priority when we got bigger problems than this.
Me too, but I guess we don't, because that's not, they're not worrying about those. They're legislating stuff like this.
Yeah, but yeah, guys, like I wanted to get that out of the way, because like that just the whole thing just kind of bugged me. I was like, why? I just don't understand why that's a priority of all things. But yeah, regardless, there's this other thing I don't think I did tell you about.
Okay.
Where on because one of the big streaming services, like newer ones at least now, is Discovery Plus.
Yep.
Made a big splash. I mean, no pun intended, because of Shark Week.
Right? Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I think already it's gotten over 15 million subscribers, which is pretty insane for something like Discovery Plus.
Oh yeah.
Which I think it's like, if I'm not mistaken, I think even Discovery Plus and Curiosity Stream constantly try in terms of subscriber number basis, keep sometimes it's Discovery Plus, sometimes it's Curiosity Stream, and they just can't kind of keep going back and forth as to who has more subscribers and whatnot. So and keep in mind, Curiosity Stream's been around for quite a while, and whereas Discovery Plus was literally just launched this January.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and of course, one of the big cornerstones of the Discovery Networks is Shark Week. Everyone knows Shark Week from...
Let's see Michael Phelps race a shark. Shark Week.
I think it was Shaquille O'Neal going down and petting... Wait, what? I don't know if it was him petting sharks, or was it maybe it was Mike Tyson going down and petting sharks or whatever. Well, I mean, Shaquille O'Neal was also, in Shark Week as well. Basically, Shark Week has become a big thing with big celebrities and whatnot.
Huge thing.
Yeah, and one of those things, one of the big names they got is the Jackass crew.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, and I don't think, this is only 30 seconds long. I don't think this should be any big issue, but I will say this is
so we don't have to go to copyright line.
I don't
No, I don't want to go to copyright line.
Oh, you don't want to go to copyright?
I don't like going to copyright line.
Oh, does it make you scared?
Yeah, dude, it fucking scares me.
Okay. Oh,
I think we'll be good. It's just 30 seconds.
Yeah.
This Shark Week, Jackass returns. Like jump the shark. What could go wrong?
So much.
This is literally tomorrow.
I can't wait.
At least as of we're recording this, it's tomorrow. I will say, this has to be a promotion for Jackass 4 coming.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure. And there's no way.
Yeah. And I will say, it looks like someone's actually getting mauled by his shark.
I doubt it.
What if it actually is, though? What if someone...
I doubt it.
I mean, because Jackass would do something like that. Even though, granted,
not on Discovery, though.
I mean, who knows?
I highly doubt it.
I mean, I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
We'll find out, but I press X to doubt.
Yeah, but this will at least give me an indicator as like what the Jackass crew is gonna be like in Jackass 4. Because you heard one of my main concerns over Jackass 4, and it's like these guys are getting like old. Like some of them are in like their late 40s, early 50s.
Yep.
And it's like how much further can these guys go?
Plus, like Steve-O, guys like Steve-O, they did so many drugs and stuff. They just abused the shit out of themselves. He's clean now, which great for him. But still, his body probably isn't in amazing shape anymore.
I know there were like a couple of hospitalizations during filming Jackass 4, so it's like...
And then Bam Margera's not in it.
Oh, yeah, because, he's... Like, unlike Steve-O, he hasn't gotten clean.
No, he hasn't, and anytime somebody tries to help him, he just, like, pushes them away and says that they're the problem, because he's sadly in a horrible hole of addiction.
Addiction, depression, and whatnot. Because
Ryan Dunn.
Yeah, it's just a mess. But regardless, I'm at least looking forward to what they're going to be doing with this whole with this this Jackass Shark
me
Week
too.
special.
I think it's going to be neat.
Yeah, and like I said, it is tomorrow. So that's one thing I really love about Discovery Plus. They really are going all out with their streaming and whatnot. I think like pretty soon they're going to be airing this one Expedition Unknown special with where Josh Gates is teaming up with William Shatner.
That's neat.
Yeah, because I know you're a big Trek guy.
Yeah, I do like me some almost all Star Trek. Voyager's Enterprise.
And you're really tired right now.
Yeah, I woke up early. I had some stuff to do today, but I'm all right.
Yeah, he's like in his own little zone right now.
Yeah, I mean it's mostly just the angle that I'm at, I think.
Yeah, and I look really big compared to yours for some reason.
Well, yeah, in real life I'm only 3 feet tall.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's like
a leprechaun. That's my job actually.
Yeah. You're gonna be in the next Leprechaun movie, you're gonna be like Warwick Davis' son.
Yeah, that's because I'm only about 1/3 of you in height, really.
Exactly. I hope Warwick Davis comes back as the Leprechaun. I think the reason why he hasn't is because he said he was waiting for his son to turn 18, because he didn't want to do anything that would scare his kids. So it's like, right. But like I would love it if he. Say what you will about the movies, but he's just endlessly entertaining as a Leprechaun. We stand Warwick Davis on this channel. So yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Also, I think I may have told you this or whatnot, but I'm excited for this little bit of news. One of the remakes that everyone says is like, oh man, this is like one of the best remakes of all time. And for me, it's definitely in my top 15. Like it's kind of like my list is kind of tough, but one of the best remake, like at least what a lot of people consider to be like one of the best remakes of all time is The Thing.
Yeah.
John Carpenter's The Thing. I agree. Yeah, it's like I finally saw it. I think it was last year. It's fantastic. It is
one of the most phenomenal movies ever made. It's one of the most effective horror movies.
It's definitely one of my It's definitely one of my favorite horror films of all time. Mm-hmm. Like it's so well thought out. Like the effects are amazing. The there's always just the sense of I'm not even gonna say what's really like. Granted. I think the basic plot of the movie is that
there's an imposter among us.
Oh my! It's the Among Us movie.
It's Amogus.
Yeah, it's Amogus the movie. Yeah, and the funny thing about Amogus the movie, The Thing.
Well, the Amogus is The Thing, the game. If we really want to get technical.
Yeah. I think I'm willing to bet Among Us took a lot of inspiration from The Thing.
Dude, of course. There's an imposter among us, dude, and then
Especially since the actual Among Us thing can actually because sometimes they'll do like shooting someone and whatnot, but then they'll actually like eat someone. So yeah, it really is Among Us.
It's Amogus is definitely The Thing. That's for sure.
And the reason why I bring up The Thing is that finally, after all these years, it's being released in 4K.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, starting on September 7th, The Thing is gonna be released on 4K Ultra HD, which man, that's just gonna look amazing.
Dude, it's really gonna look great.
Yeah, like
you know who else I really liked in that movie? Wilford Brimley.
Wilford Brimley.
Top 2 diabetes.
Yeah. Sadly, like
He's passed away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was about to say, in that movie, he didn't like diabetes was probably the last of his worries.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I gotta say, the Thing, when I saw the Thing, it was so smart and whatnot. Like,
yeah.
There's even, I don't even know what to say, but it's like right from one of the opening shots and whatnot, when you see something running, like a certain thing running, even whenever that certain thing is like standing still and whatnot, there's always something off about it.
Yeah, there's always something off, and I really like the last scene in the movie too.
Oh yeah, I won't say what it is, but but
it just leaves such a massive question.
Yeah, and it's like, I will say this regarding the movie. Keeping it very vague, was it or wasn't it?
Which one?
Yeah, which one do you think it was, or do you think it wasn't?
No. Like, which one?
Oh, dang, the quest. Oh, okay, yeah, you got me there.
That's the real question. It's so
freaking. We're being vague. Oh, dang.
Sorry. No, you're good.
We're being vague, but you gotta see.
If you haven't seen The Thing, just pause this, go watch it.
What do you like more, Halloween or The Thing?
Definitely The Thing, but I really, really do like Halloween.
I've never seen any of the Halloween movies.
I like the first. Surprisingly enough, my favorite Halloween movie I think ever is probably the one that Michael isn't even in. Halloween: The Season of the Witch.
Wait, really? I haven't seen it depends. Like, I don't know. Like, I've heard that, like, at least with like the 90s or in 2000s one, not like the 90s and early 2000s ones, they got kind of
like H2O and
like Leprechaun, Silly and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I've heard some great things about the 2018 Halloween.
I didn't really. Is that the Rob Zombie one?
No, not the Blumhouse one.
Yeah, I actually,
where Jamie Lee Curtis comes back.
Yeah. I did catch that one. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
the Rob Zombie ones I didn't like too much, but yeah, I thought that was good.
I at least want to watch the first Rob Zombie one because I saw like the Nostalgia Critic for that one, and it at least does fascinate me and how they remake that movie where it's like exploring
the violence is good, but I really do think it falls flat in every other department, and I don't know if it's a result of the writing or who they got to play the characters, but I don't think that there's very good dialogue in it, and it really just feels hard to care about anybody because they're all annoying and kind of dumb, and
again, I can't really comment on the movie because I haven't seen it, but I at least do want to see it because like at least the basic idea of like exploring Michael's origins sounds pretty interesting.
Well, I mean, they kind of do that, but they don't even do that well. They like, I mean, I just watch it. Definitely check it out. It's.
I don't really have any interest in watching like the other Rob Zombie Halloween one though. I think there was like another one that he did.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, but I think like the sequel to the newest, because here's the thing about the 2018 Halloween. Halloween is sort of like they disregard in this, like, how do I explain the newest Halloween? Halloween 2018, where Jamie Lee Curtis comes back. It's basically like a direct sequel to the first Halloween. Like, they completely disregard everything else, and it's just Halloween and Halloween, which, granted, I don't know why you would call this one Halloween when the other one's called Halloween, but it's like, it's semantics, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't really affect the movie itself, because it's just a fucking title, but still, haven't seen the John Carpenter Halloween, but I have seen The Thing, mainly because I wanted to see what the effects were like, and
they're legendary.
They are. I was actually shocked that it didn't get nominated for Best Visual Effects.
No, dude, I told you they aged pretty good.
Yeah, they aged amazingly well, and it's not even because it's because it's practical, but it's like they knew how to use the effect.
They use it very smart. Like from the first thing you see, the ship crashing into the earth and everything, it immediately captivates you. It's fucking great.
It's not even just that, but it's like the creature. I mean, granted, we know it's not really a spoiler to say the creature because we know
the thing, if you will.
There is a creature there.
There is a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing. Like the creature effects are.
They're
creepy.
Insane.
And it's like, one thing I noticed about the movie is that it's like very. It's one of those movies that really it could take place at any time.
Oh,
and you would. It's sort of like The Shining. It was like it could take place at any time and you would instantly get it.
It would work. It's very contemporary.
Whereas with something like Nightmare on Elm Street, it's very clearly the 80s. Like they make a big deal of the 80s music and whatnot. Whereas this one, most of the music in the thing is just boom, boom.
Yep.
Like, that's literally it. Like, that's all the music that's in there. Yeah. And, I was about to make a joke, but I don't know, that might be a spoiler or whatnot. But I'll probably, I'll pause this and you'll just see his reaction from that. All right. Oh boy, but yeah, that thing I told you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who knows? Like, maybe this movie was breaking some new ground at the time with the thing. But yeah, like, regardless, I really, really love the thing. I cannot wait to buy this on 4K when it comes out. Again, this is probably one of my favorite horror movies I've seen. Like,
yeah, same.
Yeah, if it's not in my
definitely put it in my top 5 horror movies.
Yeah, I don't know. I have it in my top 10. I don't know if I have it in my top 5, but maybe I do. I don't know. And if it's not in my top 10 favorite remakes list, it's definitely in my top 15. Like at least it's got to be at least top 15 best remakes of all time for me.
I agree.
Considering the original film, like The Thing from Another World, was weirdly very different from The Thing.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it myself, but I've read a plot synopsis.
I saw Cinefix's list of their top 5 remakes of all time, and this was one of them for them, which was with the original, the Thing from Another World, where it's like this monolithic villain that can regrow, it's like this Frankenstein's monster that can regrow, whenever it's injured and whatnot. And that film was more like a story of American ingenuity, not ingenuity, like American, team up on we could defeat this thing. Whereas this one, it's just nothing but paranoia.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, again, you have to watch The Thing, but like
absolutely,
it is fantastic. I love this film. But yeah, regardless, yeah. Speaking of monsters, I just realized this. I didn't even realize that this topic came up next, because it's actually a really good segue. Speaking of monsters, the new Disney Plus series Monsters at Work has dropped their first 2 episodes. New episodes are Wednesday. This is not sponsored, although Disney, if you want to sponsor me, I'm here.
Yeah, dude, give us some of that Disney money.
Yeah, once
you
on
can
that
acquisition us.
Yeah,
sure.
Oh my God, we should become part of the Disney company.
That'd be pretty poggers, honestly.
I mean, yeah, we'd be getting
slide me like a couple 100,000, maybe $1 million.
Yeah,
call it even.
Exactly. Hell, and if that's the case, I'd love a free subscription to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But yeah, regardless, Monsters at Work is like the sequel series to Monsters Inc., one of Pixar's earlier films, and in my opinion, should have beaten Shrek for Best Animated Feature that year, if I'm being honest. But regardless, yeah, Monsters Inc. came out. It was great. One of my favorite Pixar movies ever. It's then they made a really shitty prequel movie called Monsters University, which I don't know why that movie got on my nerves so much, but instead of making fun of cliched college movies, it became a cliched college movie.
It literally just was a cliched college movie all the way through.
Even the creature designs I thought were so boring in Monsters University. It's comprised of 5 basic designs with, I don't know, maybe and just a little bit of changes in each one of them. Like maybe this one has.
I thought the sea urchin things were kind of cool.
Oh, that was in Monsters Inc. Yeah, the one who's
oh yeah.
He was in seeing Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
But yeah, and regardless, Monsters at Work comes out, and this takes place the day after Mr. Waternoose was arrested in Monsters Inc. Directly after that. And so I watched the first 2 episodes, and I gotta say, this was actually better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, the only real problem that I had with it, honestly, was the animation on Sully.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can pull up an image or something.
You can't really see it here, but basically, his fur is not well rendered at all. It's in the first episode, I could literally see the pixels when it got up close to his fur.
But everything else is really good. The writing's there, the voice acting. They got the original, John Goodman.
Oh yeah, John Goodman, Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal as well. They got, it's great. I like it a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And although if I'm not mistaken, I don't even though you can find this under the Pixar section of Disney Plus, I don't think this is actually a Pixar production, which kind of surprised me, if I'm being honest.
It might be. I mean, I don't see the Pixar logo anywhere in the thing, but they did put it in the Pixar section. So my guess is that Pixar made it, or at least had something to do with it.
I don't know, but it's like, like for one, one thing I will say about the show, Mike and Sully are in a lot more of it than I thought they were going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I told you this yesterday. I thought
It was just going to be like cameos.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be like maybe in like the first episode to sort of bring the pass off the torch and whatnot, and they'll appear in like the last episode of the season, which I would get if they did that. Because yeah, but it seems like they're actually going to be like actual supporting characters in this series.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, I really like it. How do I describe it? It makes it a little bit less predictable for me because, like, again, I thought they were just gonna be like one-offs or whatnot, but no, they actually got them for the show, and I'm not gonna lie, like they don't use them a whole lot, but again, they do play a part in the series, and I gotta say, Billy Crystal's whole shtick in episode 2 was insane. Was pretty insane. Like, yeah. And plus some of the other characters returned, like Jennifer Tilly is back as I forget what
Smoochy Poo.
Oh yeah, like that sounded like the Slug Lady. Like
Always watching, Mike Wazowski. Always watching.
I love that character so much. But like again, like I will say one thing I was really worried about. I thought the other side characters, I was worried that your main character is like this purple guy named Tyler, although they spell his name as Tylor. They just call him Tyler. I was like, all right. But I thought some of these other characters right here were going to be like really annoying. I was like, oh no. But they didn't make them annoying. They actually, they're just funny enough. I always love it whenever I always find it impressive when there's like characters that just they come so close to being annoying, but it's like, all right, it's funny enough. It's fun. Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken,
they're not like Sheldon or young Sheldon.
Oh, I've never seen young Sheldon.
The devil and the Antichrist, if you will.
The devil and the Antichrist are in young Sheldon?
No, they are. The Antichrist is young Sheldon. The devil is Sheldon.
Oh, I think. Oh boy. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Mindy Kaling voices like the leg lady, like the one with the big legs or whatever. I think I forget her name, and I think Henry Winkler plays like the big nosed guy. Oh yeah, old Fonzie guy. But yeah, and I think Bonnie Tyler plays the crab lady. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't know. But again. Oh, and another thing I also realized when I was watching this series, at least with episode 1, they do have to explain things and whatnot. They do have to explain things, but unlike the first episode of iCarly, it actually makes complete sense as to why this kind of exposition would need to be here. Because unlike iCarly, which is like 10 years later, and they were explaining it to characters that already need explaining everything. Monsters at Work literally takes place the day after Mr. Waternoose was arrested, and a lot of people are blindsided by this. Like, they have no idea what's going on.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, everything okay there?
Oh, yeah. I'm just doing stuff with my...
Alrighty. But yeah, like I said, so far I'm pretty impressed with what they're doing with Monsters at Work. I think there's gonna be 10 episodes. But, yeah, and I'm glad that I have something, another show to look forward to every week, and, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since Loki's getting ready to come to a close next week, which we'll probably...
Yep.
Yeah, which means maybe next week's Hannahcast we could probably talk all about Loki and whatnot. But
I've really liked it so far.
Yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it so far too. Like it's I'd still probably put Falcon and Winter Soldier above it.
Yeah, but I mean, Disney's been coming out with hit after hit after hit.
Oh yeah,
WandaVision kicked ass. Captain or Winter Soldier and Falcon absolutely amazing. Loki's been really good, so
Yeah,
I hope
and-
they keep it up.
Yeah, and we're gonna be talking a little bit more about Marvel here in a bit here, like in two different subjects and whatnot. But like I said, I'm overall really impressed with what I'm watching in Monsters at Work. It's charming, it's funny. Sully
Yeah, but
could.
Sully's fur looks like poo-poo.
Yeah, like this is one of the first. I can't believe like this. I'm honestly kind of shocked that his fur animation kind of downgraded from Monsters Inc. Even then again, I haven't seen Monsters Inc. in a while, so maybe it doesn't look all that great. I don't know.
I mean, he kind of looks like Metal Gear Solid 1 Solid Snake.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
bro,
long
I'll
ago
show you
that
like
was,
the-
but it's like
I'll show you, bro. I'll show you. They took him from looking like this. Here. They took him from looking like that to looking like this.
okay, that might be, that's a little bit too much of an exaggeration right there.
Just a meme,
Maybe
bro.
yeah,
It's just a
yeah,
joke.
it's a meme. I know it's a meme, but it's like basically Sully could look a lot better. The rendering on his
for
fur,
sure. Yeah.
rendering on his fur the rendering on his fur has a lot to be desired.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, everything else about this is really charming and whatnot, and it does make me excited. It does make me looking forward to other hopeful Pixar series in the future.
Yeah.
So yeah. On another subject, we saw another thing this weekend on Thursday. After 2 years of like no Marvel movies, we've gotten some Marvel shows like WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Loki, but the MCU films are back with Black Widow. I will say this isn't a spoiler. This takes place between Civil War and Infinity War. She's on the run. She's in Russia, I think. I can only assume she's in Russia.
Parts of it, I think, yeah.
Yeah, but basically, Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff is on the run and whatnot. And I will say this has some spoilers for Endgame, because you can't really talk about this movie without talking about Endgame. So I mean, if you haven't seen Endgame, just skip this maybe skip this topic. But then again, I don't know if we have to talk about Endgame, I'll just probably pull up a little spoiler alert right here. So I'll probably just do that. But yeah, overall, I'm not like how I describe it. Like, I liked it. I liked Black Widow, but I will say this is probably on the lower end of the MCU list for me, personally.
Yeah, my main problem with it is that, like, for all intents and purposes, like, it doesn't really tell you anything about Black Widow that, like,
You didn't already know.
really already know. And that's, I guess, all right, but like also like her, unsurprisingly, it results in what I think led to me disliking the movie the most, which is that she didn't really fit, either the characters around her didn't fit with her, or she didn't fit into the dynamic of those characters, because I just felt that there was like very not great chemistry between literally any of the quote unquote relatives, of hers.
That's the weird thing is the way I describe the chemistry of the actors here. It's like for me, I thought Scarlett Johansson bounced well off of everyone, but it's like no one else was able to really bounce off of.
Yeah,
that's
what I like mean. I couldn't really tell if like she wasn't vibing with them or if they weren't vibing with her, but just it didn't feel
For me,
great.
the most obvious point of this was with Florence Pugh. She felt very off in this film,
Yeah.
and that's weird because she had 3 great performances in a row in 2019 with Fighting with My Family and Midsommar and definitely Little Women.
Oh yeah.
So, and seeing her feeling so flat in this, I was really surprised over that because I was like, "What's going on here?" I don't
Also, this was more to do with where we saw it, but the freaking
Oh my!
black part of the top part of the movie.
It's not even that. I was watching some clips online. They must have dimmed the bulbs or something on the. They had to have dimmed the bulbs on the movie screen on the
Projector?
projector because in the like when I look at clips online, it's way brighter. Even when I'm watching something on here, which it's on my lowest, my computer monitor is on its lowest brightness setting because I don't want to go blind. But even that was brighter than the movie theater we saw it in.
Yeah, it makes no sense. The 0 out of 10 on the viewing experience, Marquee Cinema.
Yeah, although I will say the audio was good.
Yeah, the audio was fine, but like,
and no one was annoying me. But just. Man, this is why I'm apprehensive about going to movies now, because it's this bullshit, like the whole thing about like just not giving a shit about the projectors or just the overall vibe of the yeah. I don't know. Maybe next time we see a Marvel movie, we could probably go see it at Cinemark or something. Like, Cinemark has good quality. Regardless, we're just bitching and complaining about the theater, like Black Widow itself. Yeah, I will say one thing that surprised me that I thought was not that strong. The action really disappointed me.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it's like it's not even quick editing or whatnot. It's like
it's just at the work. It feels sloppy.
It feels slow. It feels like the director has no idea how to shoot action. Whereas you look at Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Captain America: Civil War, and
literally everything else almost.
I wouldn't say everything else. 'Cause I thought the MCU when they started off, their action was kind of like
Iron Man and stuff.
Yeah, it was, and even whenever there's like a physical fist fight, like an actual fist fight in the first Avengers film, it felt like very weird and slow.
Especially the thing with Loki and the Hulk.
I was mainly that looked good. I thought I was mainly talking about like when Thor and Loki had to fight in that movie.
Oh yeah.
But I was like, but in terms of like trying to actually have like really good looking fist fights, Winter Soldier, Civil War, and Falcon and Winter Soldier, I thought they did a great job of the action and whatnot, especially with Winter Soldier. Falcon and Winter Soldier, because that's a TV series.
Yeah,
that's not even a movie, and it seems like that director has a much better grasp at action than Black Widow.
Yeah,
which again I just found very strange. Because this is a spy movie. This could have, like, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's like this could have been like the most grounded kind of MCU movie to date, and yet also we have that this isn't a spoiler. It's just a location. There's like this big cloud spaceship thing. I don't know what it is, but it's like, was that really necessary? Like, was that area really necessary for Black Widow? It just, I don't know. Again, I thought the good parts of the movie, I thought, like, I don't know. It's not that, like, how do I describe it? It's like, I think overall I thought it was okay, but I will say there were a few things, like I said, that like just kind of bugged me. As like, man, you could have done better with that, so much better with that. Like,
yeah.
And sort of, with your point about Black Widow, if you've seen Endgame, I mean, it's like, what do you do with the character knowing what, like, seeing as how this takes place between Civil War and Infinity War, and knowing what...
We put the spoiler alert up.
Okay, we're not spoiling Black Widow, we're only spoiling, Avengers Endgame. So we're gonna have this
Black Widow is dead. She's literally fucking dead. So, like, what can you really do with her? Not that much. You've explored every avenue, really, that she has to explore, which is probably why she's dead now. At
the very least, with, like, Solo, a Star Wars story, like, it was so far back to where it's, like, there's still some stuff you can do and whatnot, like, in terms of, like, building his personality and whatnot, or with the people he comes across. This is such a very narrow amount of time. This is, like, within 2 years.
Yep.
So it's, like, I just don't really get the, like, now, if they wanted to do, like, a Black Widow origin film, that would have been that would have been interesting and whatnot, but, as far as I see it, I think, we learned a lot more about
when you like look at the MCU as like a big jigsaw puzzle. Finding where this fits into it is a really hard thing to do. I wouldn't recommend watching it before any of the movies it's set between. It doesn't work as like an origin story in the way that Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk.
It's just not. It's not an origin story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So finding where it fits in, I don't know.
I mean, I do know where it fits in, but it's just like, again, it's between Civil War and Infinity War.
Well, I mean, right, but even for it to be there, like, it's not, doesn't
There's not
do
much to
anything.
do. There's not much to do during that time, really.
Like, we know what she was doing. She was, like, it's other movies already pretty much tell you. Like, it doesn't...
Okay, yeah, I think we're probably done spoiling Endgame.
Yeah.
And really, in my opinion, it's sort of, this is another thing I kind of had a problem with Far From Home, whereas like the 2019 Spider-Man film, like the second Tom Holland Spider-Man film. It's that this film doesn't really become relevant until the end credits scene. Because like same thing with Spider-Man Far From Home. Really, the only thing I really got out of that movie, like the only like big like whoa thing I got at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home was the mid-credits scene of that movie where you know who shows up and says you know what. Which even in that, like, which, I mean, okay, yeah, the post-credit scene of, and I will say, Black Widow has an end credit scene. There's no mid-credit scene because they kind of already have a opening title sequence.
Yep.
So, like, there is an end credit sequence in Black Widow. You have to stay till the end of the credits, but it's like that, really the end credit scene is like the only thing I can really think of that has, like, implications on the rest of the MCU.
At all.
Yeah, and it's just like, again, and look, I'm not gonna act like this, again, I'm not acting like this is, like, like the worst thing ever. Hell, I'm not even really sure if it's even that bad. It's just an overall sense of okay for me. It's just like, alright, I mean, the characters are okay, the villains are okay, it's just, like, the story's okay. It's just like, it's sort of like, it's sort of like, it really is a lot like Spider-Man Far From Home for me. It's like, it's just, everything is just kind of like at a state of just okay. Nothing's amazing, nothing's incredible, but nothing's awful either. It's just above, it just kind of rests above meh. It's like, it's alright. It's like the lowest level of good for me, but it's like, but it's just, this could have been so much more, like, given what we know about Black Widow, and hell, if I'm being honest, I thought Avengers Age of Ultron gave us a lot more intrigue into the origins of Black Widow, because when they revealed some of that stuff, her backstory in Age of Ultron, that was fascinating and heartbreaking.
It was incredibly fascinating and heartbreaking, but here they try to go for the same thing and it just falls flat.
Again, I really feel like it's mainly, where they decided to put this. Because again, an origin story would have been really cool.
There's a lot to do with that, because she's an Avenger, but she didn't get...
And we haven't seen...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She didn't get an origin movie like Thor or any of them, and it would have been... That's the way, really, I think needed to go with this, because that's the thing that hasn't really been delved as deeply as any of the other characters, I feel.
Yeah, so it's like, overall, like I said, I thought Black Widow was alright, but again, I feel like it could have been a lot more than it was, and man, I really wish the action was better. If this had the action of something like John Wick or The Raid 2, that would have probably bumped it up a few notches, just the action alone.
But everything was just kind of sloppy, and I really did not appreciate the final confrontation in the movie.
Oh, are you talking about like the are you talking about
between you know who and you know who?
Or are you talking about like the sky falling?
No, after that when they fight. I thought that was just weak.
Yeah, I and I will say most of the visual effects in the movie I thought were good, except wheeling of the fire. Whenever there was like fire, it looked really bad. Like especially like when this one character, like this slow mo, this character is slow mo engulfed in flames. I was like, this looks like something from like the late 2000s.
Yeah. I thought that might have also had something to do with the lighting with the projector, but I don't know. I think you're right about that.
Yeah, I was like, at this day and age, I just don't see how we can still have a bad. Again, that's not me saying all the effects of the movie are bad. Most of them are really good. It's just the fire. It's just like, I don't know how in this day and age you can have a bad visual effect. It's just baffling. But regardless, like I said, I mean, obviously Black Widow's dominating the box office. Like I think it's still poised to beat out Fast 9 as like the biggest opening weekend of the pandemic era.
Wow.
Yeah, which, hey, I'm glad people are going back to the movies again, and I mean, and of course, it is Marvel, so I mean, you're gonna see it anyway, so it's like, like I said, that's just my thoughts on it. It's definitely on the lower end of the MCU for me, but considering how good the MCU is, that it's almost like a compliment to the MCU itself, because it's like, even some of their lowest films I thought were okay, except for Thor: The Dark World. That one I just flat out did not like at all.
Yeah, I had my problems with that movie. The first time I watched it, I fell asleep halfway through. But I ended up finishing it, and I was like, yeah, I can see why I fell asleep.
Yeah, because I was rewatching the Marvel movies last year, and I was tremendously bored with Thor: The Dark World. It's like, even though that movie does have relevance, considering it has the freaking what was it, the
Tesseract or whatever?
No, not the Tesseract. The Reality Stone.
Oh yeah.
Because Grant, I don't know, Thor: The Dark World, but regardless, yeah. This next topic is probably is also some stupidity, because I don't know why there's I don't know why, basically, an actor you probably never heard of, called Steven Dorff. He decided.
Steven Dorff.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently he thought it was a good idea to bash Marvel movies and whatnot, bashing people who like Marvel comic book movies and whatnot. Really, the only thing you know him from is from Blade.
I don't even remember him being in the. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I think he looks familiar.
Yeah, basically for some reason, sort of like the whole thing with sort of like Martin Scorsese and Francis Ford Coppola. He decided to put his foot in his ass or whatever, and trash Marvel movies, where he basically said, I will hunt out the good shit because I don't want to be in Black Widow, which again, even though I thought it was okay and whatnot, everyone seems to be loving it. He says, the True Detective actor told the newspaper, it looks like garbage to me. It looks like a bad video game. I'm embarrassed for those people. I'm embarrassed for Scarlett. I'm sure she got paid $5-7 million bucks, but I'm embarrassed for her. I don't want to be in those movies. I really don't. I'll find that kid director that's going to be the next Stanley Kubrick, and I'll act for him instead. I don't think it's a good idea for actors or people in general to just start burning bridges like that and just being kind of rude. If he was just I personally don't care for the Marvel movies, whatever, but it's it's sort of like when
it's one thing for Martin Scorsese to say that, he gets to do it.
I don't know. He was also in Shark Tale.
Sure, but also he made Taxi Driver and freaking.
I mean, basically,
a lot of other good.
I just think it's very
good stuff.
I just personally think it's very unprofessional for people in the film business to start trashing other people's films.
No doubt about it. But
it's kind of tasteless.
there's also it's also just a little weird for someone like him who isn't Martin Scorsese to start doing it as well. Anybody freaking cares what Steven Dorff has to say about hunting whatever kind of shit he wants.
I think he was even in an Uwe Boll movie.
Oh my fucking Christ, Uwe Boll. And he's talking about it looking like a bad video game. Literally all of Uwe Boll movies are bad video game movies. What the fuck is he talking about?
It's just and as to the whole Francis Ford Coppola thing, where he said that he thinks Marvel movie or just comic book movies are a disgrace to society and whatnot. Francis, you made Jack starring Robin Williams. You made Jack, so it's I just think it's very. I don't even think people like Martin Scorsese should be trash talking other people's movies, because it's just so a lot of these filmmakers, even the Russos, they said one of their inspirations was Martin Scorsese, and they were kind of hurt that he would just kind of burn them like that. And it's just I just don't get why why people in the film business want to try to do that, burning bridges.
Me neither. It doesn't make sense to me.
We'll bitch and complain about stuff, but we're not really in the film business and whatnot. And if I were to get big in the film business, I'd probably just keep my mouth shut about things I don't like, because I just don't think it's a good idea to burn those kind of bridges. It's just kind of mean. Especially when you're literally saying things like, I'm embarrassed for Scarlett Johansson. She wants to do something like that. She likes Black Widow and whatnot. Or, and it's just, it's also just kind of disrespectful to people who actually like these movies, because it's just like, there's kind of a reason why, the MCU is the highest grossing franchise of all time. It's that people love to see these movies. People love, seeing these characters and whatnot. It's just...
Yeah, how many times has this Stephen Dorff guy been nominated for an Academy Award?
I don't know. I mean, I can definitely think of quite a few Oscars that, the MCU's been nominated for.
Yeah.
Hell, winning literally 3 of them, I think. Like, what was it? Yeah, they won, because, I know Black Panther won original score.
Oh, yeah.
It won production design and costume design. I think that, yeah. The MCU has more, Oscars than Stephen Dorff has. And hell, Black Panther was even nominated for Best Picture, so it's like...
I'm just going to ask Google how many times he's been nominated.
I'm willing to bet 0.
Stephen Dorff. It's not a huge matter. It doesn't really matter if you have an Academy Award or not. But I just want to.
Even to someone who has won Academy Awards, like for instance for Coppola and Martin Scorsese, it's just very unprofessional to just shit on. Like, again, if it was just like a simple, I personally don't care for them, but I'm glad other people do. That would be perfectly fair enough. That's perfectly fine. But saying things like I'm embarrassed for, for people who like, comic book movies, I'm embarrassed for the actors, I'm embarrassed, or for instance for Coppola saying they're a disgrace to society, or Martin Scorsese trashing them. It's just kind of rude in my opinion. It's just
Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films.
Oh, the Saturn Awards, something that doesn't even matter.
Okay, he was nominated, he didn't win. I think that's it.
Yeah, the Saturn Awards are a joke. They're not. Not literally like the Razzies and whatnot, but it's there was literally a year where what was it? They nominated The Happening for Best Thriller, or whatnot. It's just
Happening.
Yeah, the Happening.
The Happening.
Yeah.
The Happening.
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a hell of a choice to put into your serious awards.
Yeah, granted, oh boy,
that would be a Razzies nominee.
I mean, it was nominated for quite a few Razzies. Hold on, let me look at it. I bet I can look it up for you.
Yeah.
Hey Google, how many Razzies was The Happening nominated for?
Here is information from Wikipedia.
Okay, it got 4 nominations. Jeez. The Happening got nominated in the Razzies, which again, I don't give much credence to the Razzies anyway, but just for analytical sakes.
I think they're a meme. I like them.
I mean, they're a meme, but it's they're not like a legit award show.
That's the whole point.
I mean, it's let's see, it was nominated for. Okay, it didn't get nominated for worst screenplay. Okay, M. Night Shyamalan got nominated for worst director. Ironically enough, losing to Ove Bo for 1968 Tunnel Rats, In the Name of the King, and Postal.
Postal, a really shitty video game movie.
What was it? Let's see. It was nominated for. Mark Wahlberg was nominated for Worst Actor for this and Max Payne. And it was nominated... Wait. Did I... Wait. It said it was nominated for 4. Wait, where's the 5th one? Worst Director. What was it? Worst Director... Okay, wait, that was 1. 1, 2. I don't know. It was nominated for Worst Picture, The Happening, and it lost to The Love Guru. And so the nominees that year were The Love Guru, The Happening, The Hottie and the Naughty, In the Name of the King, and jointly nominated were Disaster Movie and Meet the Spartans, which they lost to The Love Guru, which, I don't know, I'd easily put Disaster Movie and Meet the Spartans, I would easily have those win over The Love Guru.
Yeah, same, personally. Those movies are just offensively bad.
They're just extremely stupid.
They're an insult to
they're so
brain
bad.
cells and your
They're
eyes.
they're
and
so
your
bad.
ears.
They're so bad that one of the only movies that's actually pretty funny is a superhero movie, and the directors of that movie didn't even direct that one. By the way, guess who directed superhero movie?
Stanley Kubrick.
He wrote, produced, and directed superhero movie.
Steven Spielberg.
Nope. The same guy who created Chernobyl.
Huh.
That's pretty.
That's a step up. It's a big step up.
I mean, again, I thought superhero movies were really fun, but
Yeah.
it is a really. Although I will say it is a really strange, like, going from comedy to drama. But then again, that happens all the time.
And the guy that did Mad Max also did Happy Feet.
And Babe, Pig in the City.
Pig in the City.
I've never seen the Babe movies, although I probably should.
I think I've seen one of them.
But yeah, Stephen Dorff is pretty stupid. He's like, I don't think, like, no one, like, this is, again, like I said, burning bridges like this is not good for your career and whatnot. So
Yeah, I mean, isn't an actor's career all about networking, isn't it?
yeah,
And also talent. But
yeah, unless you're you're trashing them, like for example, if someone were to trash like Batman and Robin, okay, even the director of Batman and Robin, Joel Schumacher, trashed that movie long ago.
That's a bit different though.
Yeah, it's regardless. Yeah, again, you probably never heard of Stephen Dorff, and well, this is probably one of the reasons why. Speaking of Marvel, we got another topic here. It's a trailer for Marvel's What If.
Do we go to copyright land?
Oh, we're going to copyright land?
Do we need to?
Do you want to go to copyright land?
I mean, I don't like copyright land, but I haven't seen.
But you liked copyright land at first, last week. What happened?
I guess I got harassed by lawyers.
Oh, dang. Well, luckily, that's why we can pause it, so we can go to copyright land, so the lawyers can't get us. Yeah, here we go. And we just watched the trailer for Marvel's What If.
It looks really cool. I saw a lot of stuff that I liked. A lot of references to some comic books I've read, like the Marvel Zombies.
Oh yeah. Like I'll probably just showcase some of these. They're some of these are really.
And the
cool.
Watcher as well.
Oh yeah. The Watcher. I think that's him right there. Guess who voices the Watcher?
Who?
Jeffrey Wright.
That's neat.
Yeah, so that means he's in both Marvel and DC now, considering he's playing Commissioner Gordon. This is one of the most fascinating ideas.
Back a little bit.
Back. Let's see. Where are those zombies? Those zombo-pombles.
Right there.
Yeah, like there's like Iron Man and whatnot. Yeah. Again, I haven't read the comics or whatnot, although I will say, there was one that I saw that really, that I was like, oh, wait, is this actually him? Where is he? Where is that funny man? Yep.
Howard the Duck, yeah.
Howard the Duck. Like, man, I'm surprised they're still gonna do stuff with Howard the Duck and whatnot, he's almost known as he's sort of famous for not really being all he's famous for being obscure, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Even did you ever see that Howard the Duck movie?
No, actually.
It's bad, but I don't think it was as much of a train wreck as I thought it was going to be, and how everyone's saying it was. But I mean, I don't know. Regardless, yeah, there's this whole thing, and if I'm not mistaken, most of the actors from the Marvel universe are in this. Like Chris. Oh, blessies.
Thank you.
Yeah, blessies again. Remember, three times that's a curse. Remember, yeah, it's for example, Chris Hemsworth is voicing Thor.
Robert Downey Jr. is voicing Iron Man.
I don't know. Now. What we do know is that, this is Chadwick we said this quite a few times, but this will be Chadwick Boseman's final performance.
Yeah.
And this one, I think, is going to be the question of what if T'Challa was Star-Lord. And there's a few other interesting ones right here. Like, for example, one that I didn't know was going to be a thing.
What if Killmonger saved Tony Stank?
Yeah. This fascinates me, because what in the world...
Mr. Stank, I don't feel so good.
Oh my god. I will say, this is probably not going to end well for Tony Stark, I don't think.
Mr. Stank's going to regret it.
Yeah.
Or maybe Killmonger will be a good guy.
No, I don't know. Because,
Because he wasn't,
Oh,
He
wait.
was a mercenary, but he was never.
Oh, yeah, he was a mercenary at first.
So like maybe he'll decide to do good stuff.
Maybe, perhaps. I mean, we will find out eventually, but because it's like, you know.
Maybe Mr. Stank will give him the good touch.
Oh, why'd you have to say that?
Yes.
But it's like, because, but yeah, like, I think another one of the interesting questions was that, you know, what if, where is it? There's one that I found really
What if Captain America was a girl and British?
Oh, yeah, Peggy Carter. Yeah, that's Peggy Carter.
Yes.
Yeah. And if this is going to be what if Peggy Carter was Captain America?
Don't you mean Captain UK in it, love?
I mean, hell, I'm 61% UK. I'm 61% English, so yeah, I can relate to
Tea
this.
and crumpets in it, governor.
My heritage is finally being portrayed.
Finally, after all of these years.
Ow, fuck. Ow, my wrist.
The Captain Britain.
Yeah,
Captain Crumpets, love.
Captain Doctor Who.
Captain T.
Man, we're just going for all the British stereotypes here. And I think you can find more over here in the poster. Like, for example, with Peggy Carter being Captain Britain, I think this one is like, in the same episode, Steve Rogers becomes the prototype Iron Man.
Oh, the Iron Giant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's the Marvel Zombies. Also, Ultron Vision.
Ultron Vision. Ultimate Vision, isn't it?
I don't know Ultimate Vision. I mean,
That's not.
Oh, because I know there was like a Marvel Ultimate thing.
Oh, Marvel Ultimate is just it's a different universe. Like the movie versus Earth 1602. Ultimate, I don't remember what universe that is, but that's all it is.
But yeah, you can see like this is sort of like a combination of Vision and Ultron, and you could hear that was not Paul Bettany. What was? Damn it, who was the guy who voiced Ultron? I know his name. It's
Steve Buscemi.
No. Oh dang. Fuck. James Spader. James Spader. He voiced Ultron, and in Avengers: Age of Ultron, and I think he's voicing Ultron Vision. He also he has the Infinity Stones.
Yep.
That
so you can.
Yeah. Also, is Gamora Thanos now?
Why not?
I mean, it's what if. Also, look at this. Spider-Man is...
Spider-Man.
Doctor Stranger-Man.
Dr. Spider-Man.
Dr. Spider-Strange.
Doctor Strange Spider.
He is a pretty strange spider. I mean, I've never seen a spider like that before.
Dr. Spider Stranger-Man.
Dr. Spooder-Man. Spooder-Man.
What if Spider-Man was a pig? They already did that. Okay.
Yeah, they did do that. I will say the zombies one I'm kind of surprised they're going after because
I like that. I really like that comic series.
Because like this is a Disney Plus animated series and they're just going straight for the fucking zombies, which is kind of crazy. Like I said, there's so much potential they could do with this What If series. Hell, considering this is an animated series, they could maybe do multiple seasons of this.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
Yeah, because like if I'm not mistaken, and plus this doesn't. I don't think this affects the MCU, considering it's just a What If series.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think they said there's going to be 10 episodes. Like each episode is going to be like 20-something minutes long. So we're going to be getting a lot of episodes out of this. Which again, I am really looking.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this.
Same here.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Marvel's What?
Well, I'm definitely going to be watching it. I mean,
it's Marvel. We're going to watch it regardless. And August 11th, that is like almost a full-on month from now.
Yep.
Yeah. And this will all be really cool to see. It'll also be cool to see Chadwick Boseman's final hurrah and whatnot. And I do love the animation style.
Yeah, me too.
Because like the one thing I was kind of worried about when they said they were doing like a Marvel animated series, like, oh man, is it gonna be like the straight to DVD Marvel and DC animated stuff where it's just like kind of cheap looking? This actually has a style to it. There's actually a style. It looks amazing. It looks sort of like a comic book, while at the same time like playing around with the lighting and whatnot. Because like that's probably one of my main problems with a lot of Marvel DC animated stuff. It's like there's like no creativity in the lighting, and it's just always kind of flat. This looks like a comic book, an animation, almost like Spider-Verse in a way, sort of like
stylized.
Yeah, very stylized. And it is pretty impressive. They got a lot of the Marvel cast to come back. Like I think Samuel L. Jackson's coming back as Nick Fury for this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, although we all know what episode he's going to be in, but what were some of the? I'm trying to think if there was like any others that I missed. Like, where it's like I will say, like what was one of the ones I saw that I was like, 'cause I know there's like one with Doctor Strange, like something with Doctor Strange going on, and it's like, I was like, what in the world? Oh my! I think this is another one. Like this is another episode that they're gonna do, which is, what if Loki invaded Wakanda instead of New York? That's gonna be fascinating.
Yep.
There's Howard the Duck and whatnot. I'm trying to find that one. Like there was like one with Doctor Strange.
That was closer to the beginning.
Oh, no, there it is. What's this whole ordeal with Doctor Strange? Like, Jesus.
Play it?
I mean, it's kind of just brief. That's literally it.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I am really looking forward to What If and whatnot. This will allow for a lot of imaginative scenarios in the MCU and whatnot. So yeah, color me interested. Also, once again, speaking of Marvel and whatnot, apparently Comic-Con at Home is coming up, and Marvel and DC are skipping it. I will say I'm not that surprised, because like last year when they did Comic-Con at Home, it had very few viewership.
I mean, it's kind of hard to replicate that kind of experience without it being in California and stuff.
Yeah, and plus, how do I describe it? It's like, I'm not gonna lie. Like if I'm not mistaken, I think even Marvel and DC were kind of, not doing as big Comic-Con stuff as they used to do, because when you look at some of the other stuff that Marvel, like how do I describe it? It's like it seems like a lot of like, at least with Marvel and DC, they're starting to have like their own kind of announcement shows and whatnot. For example, last year with Disney Investor Day, I thought they knocked out, like, hell, that wasn't even just Marvel, but it's like they knocked the Disney Investor Day out of the park with so many great announcements, like with Hocus Pocus 2, or they're also doing like a Zootopia series, a Moana series, a Tiana series,
Baymax.
Baymax series that they're doing, and with it definitely seems like they're going all out with Marvel damn it, I put two of the same thing in there, dang it. But with Marvel, we've already gotten some of these, and we've already discussed some of these and whatnot. And of course with their Lucasfilm stuff, talking about not only just Star Wars but also Willow, and whatnot. Announcing some FX stuff, including that Alien series, which I'm really fascinated over. Some other Hulu stuff as well, like Disney Television Studios and National Geographic. Although I will say, one thing I'm kind of looking forward to is this thing called Welcome to Earth, which is about Will Smith going to dangerous places on Earth and exploring them.
Huh.
And the fact that it's called Welcome... Like, they said that the working title was Welcome to Earth. That better not be the working title. That better be the actual title of the show. Because, like, you can't have... Like, you tease the show about Will Smith going different places on Earth and doing a bunch of dangerous shit, and you don't call it Welcome to Earth. They better do that. It's too perfect. But regardless, Disney has their Investor Day, which I thought, again, like I said, they knocked that out of the park. I love that so much. And DC had DC Fandom, which I thought was a lot of fun. Had some great announcements, like showing us the trailer for Zack Snyder's Justice League, and giving us that trailer for the Batman, which, Jesus Christ, I'm still sad that that's not coming out this year, because, oh, God, I really, really love that Batman trailer. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what are your overall thoughts on on Marvel and Marvel and DC skipping Comic-Con, and do you think this might just probably be like a signal for the future that they're maybe
unless Comic-Con stops being at home, I think, but also I can't say that I care that much. I didn't go to Comic-Con at home last time. I'm not going to go this time, so it really doesn't affect me.
Yeah, because really think about Comic-Con and whatnot. It's really like what makes it. Granted, I've never been to San Diego Comic-Con and whatnot.
I've been once.
Oh, dang, that's cool. Mm-hmm. But even with Huntington Comic-Con and whatnot, what made it really cool is there's the interactions and whatnot. Now, I get it. I will say I get why it's still Comic-Con at home because people already get sick at Comic-Con just in general, but we're just now trying to get over COVID and whatnot. So yeah. I sort of get it, but at the same time, I also get why Marvel and DC are skipping that this year. And in my opinion, I'm not gonna lie, especially within recent years of their showcases at Comic-Con, I'm more excited for Disney's Investor Day, and I'm more excited for DC Fandom, which, Of course, Disney's going to have an Investor Day every year and whatnot because that's what they have to do. But Warner Bros. Is going to be doing DC Fandom again this year, which I'm very excited for that. And we're hopefully going to be getting another Batman trailer. At least that's why I hope and whatnot. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not too tremendously hurt over this, but like I said, I get it and whatnot. And
yep.
Yeah. I think another topic we have is that this was originally just regarding Peacock and whatnot, but it's getting kind of, but it's gotten even further and whatnot. Currently, when it comes, if you want to watch like newer released Universal films and whatnot, you have to go to HBO or HBO Max because they made a licensing deal with that and whatnot. For example, if you want to see Cats, I think Cats is on
for whatever reason.
I get why because it's.
I don't ever get why you'd want to see Cats.
It was pretty. I didn't like Cats, but I will say it was pretty funny. It was pretty, at least unintentionally funny.
Sure, but it's definitely not worth watching more than if you have to watch it.
I think you said you watched it twice. Like, at least one time, at least the second time you watched it, you said like it was on like a better screen and whatnot.
Yeah, but like still, it's.
It's regardless.
Not really a worth watching movie in my opinion.
Regardless, you get the point. Like you can watch a lot. Like when it comes to pay one window of Universal movies, you'd be able to find them on on HBO and whatnot. Well, apparently, there's now this big thing going on with Peacock and Amazon Prime Video and IMDb TV, which is where would it? Yeah. Wait. Okay. I might have to read this a lot of this thing. Under the Pact, Prime Video will have an exclusive Pay One window for Universal's slate of live-action films in the U.S., starting with the studio's 2022 theatrical release date. This marks Prime Video's first exclusive U.S. pay rights deal with a major movie studio. The streamer has had exclusive pay window pacts with smaller studios like A24, and as well as non-exclusive arrangements with Paramount and MGM, which is in the process of being acquired by Amazon. MGM, and Lionsgate through Epix, and exclusive pay window agreements with majors outside the U.S. As recently announced, this was the main thing I was talking about, but before the news, updated, NBC Universal's Peacock streaming service will exclusively have UFEG's 2021 movie. I can only assume that's Universal. 2022 movies and beyond, 120 days after their theatrical release for 4 months. And also during the last 4 months of a title's 18-month pay one window. Basically, this is Prime Video will exclusively stream Universal's 2022 and future live-action titles during the middle 10-month period of that 18-month window, months 5 through 14. Prime Video is also getting the rights to a package of UFEG's library movies. Under the agreement, Prime Video will stream such upcoming Universal tentpoles as Jurassic World Dominion, the 355, and Ambulance, as well as Focus Features and Blumhouse movies. Amblin movies like 1917 which are theatrically distributed by Universal, will not go through the Peacock Amazon Pay One deal, as the company just extended its pact with Showtime Networks. Currently, Universal's animation titles from Illumination and DreamWorks can be found on Netflix. We hear it's likely the studio's animation slate for 2022 and beyond, which includes Minions: The Rise of Gru and DreamWorks' Puss in Boots: The Last Wish and The Bad Guys, will remain on that streamer during the 10-month span of 18-month window when they're not on Peacock. And apparently IMDb TV. Actually, also says like Prime Video will gain SVOD rights to Universal's animated movies through a subsequent window. IMDb, Amazon's free streaming service, has secured an exclusive network window for films from Universal's 2020-2021 theatrical slate and rights to a package of their animated titles. This includes such movies as Dolittle, The Invisible Man, F9, and Illumination Sing 2, as well as select titles from Universal's animation library, including Despicable Me 2, How to Train Your Dragon 2, and Shrek 2. Basically, what this means is that Universal is licensing off some of their movies to other streaming services, which I will say, I don't get why they're doing that. Like, if you literally just launched Peacock, wouldn't you want to have your newer releases, sort of like what Disney Plus is doing, like once their movies get off of the theatrical window, they go straight to Disney Plus. I don't know why Universal isn't doing that with Peacock, considering that's the whole thing with Peacock.
No, that confuses the shit out of me too.
I mean, how you looked probably lost that during that entire thing I was talking about all that, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I was, but yeah, it's confusing. That's for sure. I don't really understand the play there.
Yeah, again, I feel like the best strategy would just be to just keep your make at least whenever you're, for example, what was it? Universal's contract with HBO ends this year, and movies and what they could have done is with their movies 2022 and onwards, they would just go onto Peacock and just stay at Peacock, because I feel like that would just grow your subscriber base more. And I just I get why Sony is making deals with Disney Plus and whatnot, because it's they're not as big as something like Disney or Warner Brothers or Universal and whatnot. So it's and which puts Sony in a unique situation of all right, yeah, we could license our movies out, but with Peacock, it's just, or Universal and whatnot, it's just really confusing. I barely understand what's going on here, this whole thing with, for 100 and something days they'll be on Peacock, but then for a few months they'll go on to Amazon, and then I'm just lost with this entire thing. I'm just put them on Peacock. At least once your deal with HBO ends, it's just ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But regardless, it kind of confuses the hell out of me. Do you have any other thoughts on this?
No, I mean, it's a weird move, and I don't really understand why they're doing it. I don't see how it can help them, honestly, but whatever.
Yeah, it's just kind of it says that the multi-year deal is estimated to be in the 10-figure range. So it's basically Amazon is, which granted, that's sort of the standard thing you do when you're licensing out content. Amazon is paying Universal tons of money so that they can show their movies, which again...
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's not like it affects them. Amazon is literally a money printer.
Yeah, exactly. And they could potentially be getting MGM already, so it's I don't know. But regardless, yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the whole Amazon Amazon Universal thing. I personally think they should like Peacock should take the opportunity to put their movies on Peacock when they get the opportunity to, especially since they said that some of their library movies will be going onto Amazon, which again just confuses the hell out of me because it's just like, why bother having Peacock if you don't just go grow your library?
It doesn't make any sense.
At least like Disney's doing it right, but regardless, yeah, this one is anyways. This next topic is a pleasant surprise for me. It's that they're going to be doing this Barbie movie, like Barbie. Everyone knows Barbie. Everyone knows that one. Like when we were kids, we knew that one. At least, how to describe it? Like I don't know if you experienced this when you were a kid, but like when I was a kid, like there was like you couldn't go through a neighborhood without like seeing like a trashed up Barbie doll on the side of the road or something with like its hair cut off and whatnot because some dumb kids or whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically they're doing a live-action Barbie movie, but damn if they didn't, but damn me if they didn't get probably like a really interesting choice to write and direct this movie. They got Greta Gerwig, who has been nominated for 3 Oscars. One of the like best adapted screenplay for Little Women, best original screenplay for Lady Bird, and being one of only like 7 women in Academy history to be nominated for best director for Lady Bird to direct this Barbie movie. And she's co-writing this with Noah Baumbach, her husband, who just so happens to be the writer and director of movies like The Meyerowitz Stories, New and Selected, and Marriage Story. Holy shit, they're going all out with Barbie.
Yeah.
It's like, man, we were talking about Clifford and how they got the director of Alvin and the Chipmunks 4 and Wild Hogs. Like, all right. Meanwhile, with Transformers Beast Wars, they got the director of they got Stephen Caple Jr., the director of Creed 2, and Barbie literally has gotten an Academy Award nominated writer and director. Technically, 2 Academy Award nominated writers, and one of those writers also got nominated for best director. It's like, Jesus Christ, like they must see something really they must really see something in this Barbie movie to go all out like this.
Yeah, no, for real. No, but it looks to me like they're trying to do it right,
Oh yeah, I forgot to also mention Margot Robbie's going to be starring as Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Greta Gerwig as a filmmaker, or even Noah Baumbach?
I like Noah Baumbach's work a lot. Greta Gerwig I'm not as familiar with, but I think that especially with having someone like Noah Baumbach helping her, that it's definitely going to turn out to be a hell of a project. And Margot Robbie I think is a super good choice for Barbie as well. She I think with the right makeup department and costume design people could definitely pull off Barbie, and I think it's gonna be good.
I think you are you didn't see Lady Bird.
Oh yeah, I did see Lady Bird. Yeah, I liked that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, yeah, she wrote and directed that, and she got nominated for best director.
Yeah, that's true.
And she also wrote and directed Little Women, which you also
I've also seen Little Women.
But I guess you have been exposed to.
And I like her stuff. So yeah, that really puts more fuel into the hopefulness of this being a good film.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like this is what I'm talking about. Like with Transformers Beast Wars and Barbie, they're going after talent that has consistently solid work. At least with people's opinions and whatnot. And it's just like, I just don't get the idea of let's just get a director who consistently makes movies that people don't like. Let's get that person instead of someone who actually has a solid track record with their movies. And at least with Greta Gerwig, you can't get much more solid than that with like female directors, because like I said, she's probably one of only 7 women to get nominated for best director. I probably wouldn't have nominated her because like there was a lot of tough competition in 2017, but even then, I'm not going to complain about it because like her work on Lady Bird was great and whatnot.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, do you have any further thoughts on Barbie and Greta Gerwig and
No, not really. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's really interesting to hear that they got all those big names behind it.
Yeah, and like I said, it looks like there's gonna be shooting. Yeah, a 2023 theatrical release is planned. So yeah, and what if this Barbie movie actually ends up being like a big Oscar contender? That would really be insane. Oh, I forgot to mention Noah Baumbach was also one of the writers of the Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, although I've heard some really good. I mean, it's Wes.
really good.
Yeah, it's Wes Anderson, so it's like, yeah. But regardless, I'm looking forward to Barbie. It's shockingly enough, but you know, when you get a director like this and writers like her and Baumbach, it's like, well, damn. They must see something really, really in this film.
Putting my seatbelt on, because we're going to copyright land.
Oh yeah, we're going to copyright land. Here we go. We're going to be talking about the trailer for this Val Kilmer documentary called Val.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll talk more about this here in a bit. We are back from copyright land, and we forgot to mention what this documentary is about. This Val documentary. There's this actor named Val Kilmer. He was like a big guy in the '90s and whatnot. In movies like Top Gun, Batman Forever. In my opinion, he's probably like I thought. In terms of just performance alone, I thought he was a very underrated Batman.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he had to say some stupid lines, but it's not, he didn't write the dialogue.
I know, but I didn't know about him getting diagnosed with throat cancer. That was sad to hear about, and it's
What do you think of the trailer for this?
I thought it was really good, and it's got a studio that I really like behind it, A24.
Oh, yeah, A24. Yeah.
You know, those guys put out some masterpieces. What else can I say? And also, it's something that I am kind of interested in. You know, I've seen a lot of Val Kilmer's movies. Top Gun, although it was more like a Tom Cruise movie, but, you know, he was in it. Batman Forever. You know, he's a really good... Yeah, Heat. I've seen Heat. He's a really good actor, and it's a shame to hear that... this has happened to him, but I think it'll be interesting to see his life from his perspective, more or less.
Oh yeah, because
but also what I am interested to discover is who's doing the voice work.
Oh yeah, because I forgot to mention this. This documentary is mostly comprised of like home videos that Val Kilmer made, because he was like he says that he was one of the first people he knew to own a video camera, and he would apparently document a lot of things in his life, including being not backstage, but like behind
on
the scene
set and stuff.
Yeah, on set with like Sean Penn and
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah,
I saw Kevin Bacon there for a sec.
Yeah, and yeah, like at first, what you think is like because like when I first saw this, I was like, wait, is that Val Kilmer's voice? Because like it sounded because like Val Kilmer has like a very deep voice, but then you realize it's not his voice; it's a narration. Because again, like because like his voice is like all just. I think I can probably I don't think I'll get much trouble in copyright land in order to to just explain
Right there.
Yeah, right here.
All right.
Yeah, and again, like it's really disheartening to find out about this, because he was a really good actor, and so like, finding out he has throat cancer and whatnot, and man, like, and this definitely does tug at the heartstrings, because like it's almost like a very nostalgic film, like going back to something like you didn't really think about much, but you always kind of like, because like again. No one's really heard from Val Kilmer in like a long time. Like I think maybe like the last major thing he was in was like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which again I haven't seen that movie, but I've heard nothing but great things about that movie.
I haven't seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang either.
Yeah, it has him and Robert Downey Jr. I think it's a Guy Ritchie film.
Okay.
Yeah. No, not Guy Ritchie. Damn it, who is the guy who directed The Nice Guys? Shane Black. It's a Shane Black movie. Yeah. But I really am looking forward to Val and whatnot, like, because it does look like it does look like an emotional experience, and I really am interested. And so far, it's getting like, it's getting like big buzz, because I think it said it was like it's a selection over at Cannes, like the Cannes Film Festival.
Right.
So I forgot he was also in Tombstone. I haven't seen. Yeah. Oh wait, Willow. He was also in Willow. I haven't seen Willow either, but yeah. That's all. Yeah, but yeah. Oh wait. Boop. Regardless. Yeah. Like I said, I'm looking forward to Val. It looks really
Same here.
Yeah, it looks really nice. And yeah. Oh, and I think before we go, we have one more topic.
Yep.
Yeah, we have one more topic, and that is, I wanted to do this list. I wanted to do like a top 10 list for a while and whatnot. And I do want to try to make this a regular thing, but I think, now's a good time to do it. And yeah, we're going to be talking about our top 10 best original scores of all. Oh, dang. Oh, our top 10. Our top 10 original scores of all time. Like I said, this is our opinion and whatnot.
Feel free to disagree with us in the comments.
Yeah, if you have a list on there, like, let us know. We each have our own top 10s and whatnot. Yours, you said yours isn't in any particular order.
No.
Yeah, so that means right here, I think, because of the titles and whatnot, it's in alphabetical order.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to start off with your top 10, and then, we'll do my top 10.
First should be Blade Runner. No, Black Panther. Right. So,
Yeah, Black Panther.
I chose Black Panther for a lot of reasons. It's, well, I really, really like the score in Black Panther. I think Kendrick Lamar and...
Oh, wait. I should also mention this. I forgot to mention this. There's a few criteria we set. Also, don't be surprised if you don't see our faces, because I could literally only do a window, not window. It's like actual screen recording and whatnot. So yeah, I should also mention. Yeah, there's a few caveats we have here. One of them is that this is not a list of, at least for, like, this is not a list of the best tracks from movies or best themes. The majority of the score is taken into consideration. The score has to be made for the film and in the list, and not mostly carried over from something else. And also, don't worry, like this definitely, like, Black Panther definitely has a great score and whatnot. But yeah, we're sorry.
Well, I was gonna say that it has a really good score. I really liked a lot of it. It's really intense during the action scenes, and I think doesn't really make up like the backbone of the movie or anything, but flows well. Also, Kendrick Lamar and people like Future and stuff had some work on it, and they even, I think, King's Dead, I think, is the name of a track that they made using like score stuff from the movie, which is a pretty sick track. But yeah, Black Panther.
Yeah, Black Panther, I gotta say, this is definitely one of the standouts in terms of Marvel music, because, I mean, mostly with Marvel, their music isn't really that memorable. Like, that's probably one thing I'd probably give to DC more. Like, their music is usually pretty memorable, whereas, like, with Marvel, like, yeah, we know the Avengers theme and whatnot. I thought the Doctor Strange theme was pretty cool, but for the most part, most of their and I like the themes for Captain America and the 1 and 2.
One of the ones that stuck out to me in here was the music during the initial car chase out of the nightclub. I don't know if you remember that, but
I don't quite remember the music for that, but it's like some of the tracks that do stick out to me are like the scene where like they first go into Wakanda, big sweep. Like, it honestly felt like classic Disney, that score. It's like with the choir and whatnot. I also love the track "Burn It All."
Yeah, Burn It All. Yeah.
Like Killmonger's theme, which. I love how like even sort of like the music reflects the characters, because like whenever you hear like whenever the music is like usually with T'Challa, like it's very traditional like African music, whereas when Killmonger comes into the scene, it's like a mixture of African music and hip hop and whatnot. It's like
a lot of drum and bass and very intense and attack in the music. It's super good.
Yeah, and I would probably say like out of all the Marvel movies, this probably in my opinion does have the best score and whatnot. And hell, this is so far the only Marvel movie to win Best Original Score at the Oscars.
Yep.
So yeah, I definitely don't envy you for putting Black Panther on the list of your top 10 favorite scores. And the next one is
Blade Runner. So one of the very interesting things about how they made the score for Blade Runner, Ridley Scott just sent Vangelis pretty much the fresh cut of the film, and Vangelis sat on this keyboard that he had. I don't remember what the name of it is. It's a very complicated looking keyboard, and just made the score pretty much watching it scene to scene, which I think worked out really great. There are a lot of super memorable tracks from this movie, a lot of which I have on my phone. The Blade Runner Blues is one of them. Memories of Green is another one. But yeah, it's a super good score that just completely blends into the cyberpunk setting of Blade Runner, which is why I picked it.
Yeah, weirdly enough, I thought the music in Blade Runner, I thought like fit the film well. Although I'm not gonna lie, I'm personally more partial to the music in Blade Runner 2049.
I think they did a good job there too.
Oh, like
more of the ones stuck out for me in Blade Runner than in that. But I really like the.
It was definitely a good
2049.
It was definitely a good good reinvention of the music from Blade Runner.
And I really one of my favorite tracks from 2049 was when they're first flying out into like the junkyard area, and then you see like those falls, and you just hear the
like the track that sticks out to me the most in Blade Runner 2049 is like the sea wall scene, like that one. I was like that is just cool. Like, but yeah, so yeah, that's your second choice, Blade Runner. And your next choice, it seems, is
Clockwork Orange, Stanley Kubrick film.
Yeah. I've never seen Clockwork Orange. Like, the only bit of music I know is in the movie is Singing in the Rain, which I'm pretty sure that's not one of the reasons why you put.
They also do a lot of like recreations of classical music, but with like synthesizers, and it really fits well where they use it. That's just some of it, but
in terms of like the original music.
But the original music that they do just really also sort of blends well with like everything, and it really adds a lot to like scene from scene, because the movie itself, it's not an easy one to watch. There's a lot of violence and sex and stuff, but the music always sort of not sticks out, but adds a lot of tension and suspense to stuff, and I think it works great.
Yeah.
Movie. I don't remember the name of the guy that did the score stuff for it, but he knocked it out of the park.
I can't really comment much on the Clockwork Orange because I haven't seen it. That's one of the ones that's definitely on my radar that I need to see. But your next pick is
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and this isn't even including the Ghostbusters theme, like Ghostbusters, like
I like all the little funky sound effects that the music kind of makes all of the time. It's very. Which is I guess both a good thing and a bad thing, because it kind of dates it, but it definitely sounds like it was made in the 80s. It's got a sort of just I don't even know how to describe it, but I love the score for Ghostbusters. I think that it's a very nostalgic thing to listen to.
All right. And again, I can't really comment on Ghostbusters that much because I haven't seen Ghostbusters in forever.
It's a good one.
I mean, yeah. Shit. There we go. Inception. That's
Inception, bro. It gave birth to the.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, Inception. Like this one was like I didn't put. Okay. Well, give me your thoughts on on Inception.
I'll let you know on a fun bit, and I guess we can treat this as sort of like an honorable mentions type thing. But I was picking between Inception, Interstellar, and also the Dunkirk.
Yeah.
And ultimately, for me, I had to go with Inception just because it gave birth to such an iconic noise that people I've heard talk about it even call it the Inception. And
the thing that every blockbuster has nowadays in their trailers.
It has to have it.
Yeah.
There's no way it doesn't. And even then, the score is just fan-freaking-tastic. Like you can't. It's one of those movies that you can't watch it without the score, because it really. Half of it, like the reason that like
a lot of the tension rides on
what gets your heart going and really on the edge of your seat is the music and all the noise and stuff.
Especially granted, like this music is probably like played throughout the movie, but it's all like the down like the one I think it's called Destabilization. Like that's the music that especially plays that you especially notice during the scene where the hallways are just going twisting
in on themselves.
Not even folding, like the rotating hallways.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just insane. Like that is just insanity. Like how and whatnot. And again, the music just keeps building and building and building, and then by the time the movie's done, like there's like there's that one track Time, which is like this really calm, triumphant.
And somber,
Again, I don't envy you for putting Inception on here. Inception isn't on my list, but it would definitely be an honorable mention for me. It's great, and it did get nominated for Best Original Score, I believe. Although I think what did it lose to? Hey Google, what movie beat Inception for Best Original Score in the Oscars?
Here's what I found on the web.
Ah, dang it. That's not helpful. I'm pulling up. Where is it? Best original score. It was The Social Network. The Social Network beat out Inception. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. But again, which again is a great score. But I do agree, Hans Zimmer did a phenomenal job with Inception.
When does he not do a phenomenal job? Honestly, is a real question.
I mean, yeah.
Like never.
Yeah. And your next pick is
Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, the only track I really remember for that movie is the classic Indiana Jones theme. But elaborate on your choice for.
I think that more than anything, one of the things that this movie does really great, and really all of them, is use the score to sort of help sell you on the setting, where they are and stuff. But not only that, the classic da 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 da. That's always fun to listen to. But like. One of the things that for me really sold the Egyptian desert vibe that the movie was going for was the score, and that's why I put it on my list.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen the Indiana Jones movies in a while, but it is like the classic adventure music and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So it's like, let's see your next pick.
Jaws.
Just those. Only two. What other score has there's just two notes and you know exactly.
You instantly know what it is. There's no dude. It's so effective. It's so well used. It's not overused. Much like everything in the movie. That's why the movie is so perfect. It doesn't overuse anything. It doesn't spend the whole movie showing you the shitty animatronic shark.
Well, I mean, I would say around the end it kind of.
I mean, it does, but it works. You're just so invested at that point that it doesn't even matter. It's
I don't know. I don't know. For me, the ending of the movie, with the shark puppet, kind of bugged me a little bit. But regardless, your face just dropped when I said that. I was like,
yeah.
All right, talk more about the score of Jaws.
I love it. I think it's super effective. I think that it being used as the shark, and like you said, the two notes, it's super iconic. It's earned its place in history like it has on this list because I really like Jaws.
I mean, the score. Once again, John Williams doing the score for this.
Knocking it out of the park. He's a master.
I think he won Best Original Score for Jaws. I'm
pretty sure he did. If he didn't, he deserved it.
Yeah. Hey, Google. How many Oscars did John Williams win?
5, and John Williams has won.
Yeah, 5. He's won 5 for Fiddler on the Roof, Jaws, Star Wars: A New Hope, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, and Schindler's List.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's accomplished, bro.
I mean, he is. He's John Williams. I think he's actually the most nominated person in Academy history.
That wouldn't surprise me.
With over 50 nominations or something.
Would not surprise me at all.
Yeah, but Jaws. I do really like the score of Jaws and whatnot. Mainly the main theme, but yeah. Your next choice is Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan.
Yeah. So this was a sequel to Star Trek, obviously. I think it's a lot better than the first movie. The first movie is kind of boring, honestly. Including in the score department, not a lot happens. There's not a lot of rising strings or anything. This is the exact opposite. There is a lot of action and spaceship action, and the score does an amazing job of keeping you alert and stuff like that. It's almost as important as the explosions and laser beam sound effects. There's especially this one really neat piece of track. I'm not sure what it's called, but the Enterprise is fighting against Khan in an asteroid field, and it's really good. If you haven't seen it, I'd check it out. But yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen The Wrath of Khan, so I can't really give much thought to that. And The Wrath of Khan. And let's see. Your next pick is. Oh, dang it. Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, but it was hard to pick between this and Return of the Jedi, because when they both have 2 tracks in Star Wars that are part of the score that I really thoroughly enjoy. In Episode 6, which this one was actually written by John Williams' son, fun fact, but Jabba's sail barge.
Oh, that track was done by his son.
Yeah.
Oh.
When they're riding through the desert and you hear that little music coming from Jabba's boat, but yeah, that, and then also.
But with like Empire,
With Empire, there's just so much more. Yoda and the Force, the music, the epic music that
Empire.
you hear in the asteroid chase.
Oh, and of course there is the Empire.
Yeah, the Empire March, It really, you know, it for me is the most iconic piece of Star Wars media, both visually and in the terms of the music. Yeah, that's I chose it over Return of the Jedi and A New Hope because of Yoda and the Force, and also the Empire March specifically, and the asteroid chase music.
Yeah. I do really like the. I'll give my thoughts on Star Wars here in a bit when I do my list, but yeah. And it looks like your final pick here is The Thing.
John Carpenter's The Thing.
This was literally last minute.
Yeah, it literally was, because I started thinking about just how effective the score is in how it creeps in the beginning and stuff, and it's super duper good. Bottom text.
Yeah, for me, when it comes to The Thing, it's not even really the music. Like, I didn't put it on my list mainly because like the music doesn't really stick out to me that much. It's not bad music, but it's like it doesn't stick out to me that much. It's really just like boom boom.
Yeah, and that's what I like
boom,
about
boom.
it. Like they don't really overdo it, and in some scenes I just really like how it, like, especially when the thing is wandering around the base camp after, I don't want to spoil much, but like just the creeping synthesizers, I like it a lot.
Yeah, and and I think that probably does it for your list. Like I said, your list was, and again, not really in any particular order. Yours was The Thing, The Empire Strikes. Shit!
Yes. I think everyone saw it. That was slow enough.
It's like, yeah, Black Panther, Blade Runner, Clockwork Orange, Ghostbusters, Inception, Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, Jaws, Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, Empire Strikes Back, and The Thing. Yeah, and yeah, that probably does. Yeah, that does it for your list. This was my list of the top 10 best scorers of all time. This actually is ranked for me. Like, okay. This, yeah, this actually, yeah, this is ranked. Yeah, number 10 is, for me, number 10 is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Oh, everything okay there?
Yeah.
Yeah, number 10 is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, like this is I'm looking at it here. Yeah, this is really my favorite Danny Elfman score.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's something just inherently nostalgic about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Like just from like how calm everything is when, when you're in the when you're in the normal world and whatnot, it still feels whimsical, but it feels normal. And then when you get to the Chocolate Factory, it's still whimsical, but it's like it's freaking insane. Like wee, like it's, and I'm not even talking about the songs. Like the songs are already great, but even though I think like the songs were written by Roald Dahl himself, but obviously the music for this film I think was made. The score itself was made for this film, and. There's just something just otherworldly about this score.
I completely agree. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, part of what makes it such a fun ride is definitely the score.
Yeah,
apart from the fun songs.
Yeah. The next score on here is probably one that you would never think I would put on here. The Lone Ranger.
That's an interesting pick, but I'd have to agree that it did have a pretty good score, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, The Lone Ranger is, at least in my opinion, one of the most underrated films ever made. Really, the one criticism I'll say, and this is a legit criticism, they really should have gotten a Native American guy to play Tonto.
Yes, I've seen it. It's been so long since I've seen it, but it didn't impress me. I didn't think it was amazing, but I don't remember specifically thinking.
We gotta watch that again at some point, because everything else, again, other than, it's not even that Johnny Depp give a bad performance, it's just like, with the movie's themes and Native American treatment and whatnot, I feel like it would have come across a lot better if a white dude wasn't playing a Native American dude. But,
yeah, I gotta love whitewashing.
Yeah, even ironically enough, his face is even whiter than usual. As Johnny Depp, he always has white face paint on. But like, regardless, everything else about this movie I thought was just phenomenal. From like costume design, visual effects, especially cinematography, editing. But the score is phenomenal. And yeah, they do have this track called Finale, which is mostly, the William Tell overture, which I'm not counting that.
Right.
Everything else is phenomenal. I gotta have you listen to some of this stuff because there's some great hell. I might even give you a little bit of a taste right here. Sorry, we had to go to copyright land.
You wanted to show me some mucus.
Yeah, some of the music from this.
Some of the mucus.
Yeah, what are your what are your thoughts on some of the at least
from the extras I heard, it's not bad. I liked it.
Yeah, like again, that's only an excerpt because like they're like the score ranges from like really exciting and thrilling to being really eerie and whatnot. Hans Zimmer did the music for this. He did a phenomenal job with the score. Again, even like from like the the big heroic sways of music and whatnot, or even in tracks like Ride, it's really, really good. I love honestly, this is really my favorite Western score. Because like there's, and like one thing I love is that it's kind of like a mixture of like, of like traditional Western music, but also like modern guitar riffs and whatnot. Right. And I thought Hans Zimmer did a phenomenal job with The Lone Ranger. Number 8 for me is one of your honorable mentions, and it's Interstellar.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack to that kicks ass.
It's probably my favorite space score. There's already some great space music in movies, like whether it be from The Midnight Sky, First Man, or Gravity. Which probably with Gravity, it probably gives the most feeling of being in space. But there's just something very operatic about Interstellar and how epic it feels. Because I was rewatching Interstellar last year. And a lot of what brings like this epic feeling to because like the movie's really long, and Interstellar kind of has that 2001: A Space Odyssey vibe, making it, but yet not but at the same time not adapting the music from that. It's like it is its own score, whether it be like the big emotional sweeps or whatnot with when Matthew McConaughey is watching videos. And like the famous Matthew McConaughey crying scene from Interstellar, or even some of the more intense ones like the dockings, like
the spinning docking. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that is just it's so great. I love Interstellar's music. It really does feel like it's probably out of all the movies in this list. Actually, my number 3 pick would actually also very much feel like an epic, but Interstellar, again, it like you said, it kicks ass. But you know what? Also, music also literally kicks ass. My number my number 7 pick, Mad Max Fury Road.
That was one that you could consider to be one of my honorable mentions. I was thinking about putting that one on the list.
Yeah, this one is just straight up insanity. Like whether it be things like, or even just like some of the big sweeps, like some of my favorite tracks in that one are like Brothers in Arms. The Sandstorm one's really good, and hell, they even sort of incorporate the music within the film itself with fucking weird ass guitar guy who you can see just playing his ass off on this big truck with like big speakers and shit. Everything okay?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. But yeah, Mad Max Fury Road, it's definitely just pure insanity in a score and whatnot. So, yeah. Number 6 for me is probably the most intense music I've ever heard in my life. And this is also another one of your honorable mentions, and that is Dunkirk.
Yeah.
This is some of Hans Zimmer's best work, in my opinion. Like, Dunkirk, it never lets you go. That's the thing. Dunkirk just rides this wave of just pure intenseness and whatnot. Like, just I don't even know how to really describe it. It's just like this really, because I was rewatching Dunkirk last year in preparation for Tenet, and when watching Dunkirk, I really realized how much Dunkirk's already a good movie. It would lose a lot without its music, because it takes like an already pretty cool, fighter jet scene, like a dogfight, and makes it the most intense shit ever. Like especially with tracks like Submarine, where it's just like it just keeps going and just keeps going all the way to like this, really, like this really. There's a point in the movie where it's like it just goes intense, like the music's building up, and then there's just this wave of heroic music, and it's so powerful. It actually made me tear up. Oh dang!
Same.
Like it was, I've never seen a movie like that. Just that made me feel so many things so quickly in a movie, due to its music. And Dunkirk really does do that for me. I love the score in Dunkirk. This is my number 5 pick. Is one I was actually shocked you did not put it on the list.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah, it does have a really good score.
Yeah. Yeah. Like with Lord of the the reason why I mainly picked Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring is because most of the music from in this trilogy originated in The Fellowship of the Ring. Like whether it be like the Shire theme, or the Ring Wraiths theme, or the One Ring theme, like yeah, or Or you try to do the dun 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 dun. I think they would like that was in this film, although I think they probably really exploited that a little bit more in like Two Towers and Return of the King. But still, oh my God, I'm not going to spoil the movie, but after the Fellowship loses someone, and they come out of a certain place, the music is just so swelling. Hell, I think they actually used that track in like the first ever teaser for Man of Steel, and it's so great. Like, oh my God, like this music definitely does fit its world so perfectly. And I can't even imagine what a Lord of the Rings project would be like without, or like a Middle Earth project would be like without this music. Like that's how iconic this has become to Lord of the Rings and Middle Earth. So yeah, number 4 is sort of like what you, sort of like one of the ones you picked on the list, but the reason why I put this film, like my number 4 pick ahead of one of your picks is more because of the originality of it, and that is Star Wars: A New Hope.
Okay.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Star Wars has had a great history with music. Like, there's the Empire theme. There's, the Yoda theme. There's the, as bad as Phantom Menace got, I mean, what world we live, like, Duel of Fates, it's phenomenal. I give more points, for at least in my opinion, ever, to Star Wars: A New Hope, because it made the most out of, it built the most out of what makes Star Wars music. Like the opening crawl, the Force theme, which is probably one of my favorite themes in all of Star Wars. Like the binary sunsets and whatnot. There's Leia's theme. There's the end theme, like dun, 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 like which is in so many movies that it's literally like, even in the Star Wars story movies like Rogue One and Solo, even that's in those, and like it's so iconic, it's so good. I really like this, like that's why I put A New Hope on this list. It's like this. Like, it built the music of what makes Star Wars Star Wars. And so, yeah. Number 3, I think it's number 3, is probably some of the most epic feeling music I've heard in my life. In terms of even just score. The Lion King.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, this is... I think this is Hans Zimmer's magnum opus. I don't think he could ever top himself from the... Like, Dunkirk came close, but... I don't think anything Hans Zimmer has or will ever do will top The Lion King, because there's so many. Again, I'm not even talking about the songs. Like, just the music is phenomenal. Like, there's the stampede scene, or like some of the, like, oh my God, the big I don't even know what this is called, but it's like like I literally, whenever I hear that music, even when I was watching the remake in theaters, I got chills when I heard that I don't know if it's the Mufasa theme or whatever. I don't know what that's supposed to be called, but like, it's so good. And especially the end. Like, the ending music is so just, that's like epic feeling. Like, this is probably the closest, Disney Animation Studios has ever come to actually making an epic, like a cinematic epic. And a lot of that is due to the score. It's so majestic, so wonderful. I just cannot get enough of the score in The Lion King. Number 2, I was actually surprised. Number 2, you didn't have this on your list because, I mean, once you see this, you're already gonna think of the first track that comes to mind.
Oh yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. Oh my God, what score screams adventure as much as Pirates of the Caribbean? Like, and weirdly enough, this is not really Hans Zimmer, although, here's the thing. Hans Zimmer was going to do the music for Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl, although he had to drop out due to scheduling conflicts. But which led to Klaus, what was it? Klaus Badelt doing the music for Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. Although he did, I think, co-write I think Hans Zimmer did, like, I don't know if he actually co-wrote this, because, like, he's not credited. It's but like I was reading on Wikipedia that Hans Zimmer, co-wrote the main Pirates of the Caribbean theme. He's a pirate, right. But at the same time, when you look at the actual track, he's not listed. It's still Klaus Badelt. So I don't know what the story is there. But it's not even just that theme. There's also Jack Sparrow's big entrance, like dun 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 dun, like, and whatnot. It's like, again, this just screams adventure. It's just great fun music. It's so iconic. I love the theme for Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. And my number 1 pick is from John Williams, and my number 1 pick for the best original score in films for me is Jurassic Park. Like,
oh yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah, again,
I can see why. Yeah.
Yeah, Jurassic Park had, like, it's not even like everything about the music is, like, again, sort of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, feels so nostalgic, but there's also a bit of adventure in there. But it's like not even just dun 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 dun. It was also dun 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 dun. But even just some of the other scores, like dun 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 dun. It's like, it's just such a grand sweep of music and whatnot, and like, you just like, this is like, it's one of those scores where it's like, when you hear it, like, you literally just think dinosaurs. Like, it's just like, that's how iconic Jurassic Park is. I will say, I was shocked that Jurassic Park did not get an Oscar nomination for original score at the time.
Yeah, no, same.
Yeah.
It was just, like, iconic would be an understatement, but yeah.
Yeah, again, like, a lot of that is due to John Williams' brilliance. Mm-hmm. Like, he did a phenomenal job. And so yeah, that would be my top 10 original scores of all time. Like yeah.
You had a pretty good list, but I think you missed one score.
What?
ChristianHannah.com.
Oh my goodness, you're right. ChristianHannah.com. Yeah, hold on. Get out of here, Val Kilmer documentary. Yeah, ChristianHannah.com.
That's the best score in the business.
Exactly. You can click on the YouTube link and you'll listen to you can click the subscribe button and you can hear some of my classic hits, like Deconstructing the Clifford trailer of Hannahcast. Oh boy, I love that track. It's always great.
Yeah, it gets your feet just bopping.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bopping and whatnot. You can click the Patreon link and you can listen to the sweet tunes of a Patreon membership level of $3 per month, where you can get a bunch of cool perks and whatnot. But we're willing to take ideas. Let us know in the comments below what it would take for you to give us $3 a month. We want your money. Give us your money. Give us your goddamn money. Give me your fucking money.
My favorite track.
Exactly.
You can also play my other favorite track, punch that like and subscribe button.
Oh yeah, like and subscribe. But also buy some merch. Buy some merch, people. Yeah, we have a bunch of cool merch, including shirts. Including shirts, hoodies, stickers. We also
pillow.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. Well, hold on. It's still on this thing. Yeah, we have Make America Cringe Again merch. We have Pride merch. And like I said, all Pride merch goes, like, all the revenue from that goes to the Human Rights Campaign. We have socks, we have sweatpants, but yeah, we don't take it from just this alone. We have this little throw pillow right here. We have, there's this big throw pillow. It's the biggest size that we got right now. Like, if you want to impress the ladies, show them
your big throw pillow.
Yeah, exactly. Also, we have mugs. He also has one right here. They have dual patterns on whatnot. Like one side has the Hannahcast logo, the other one has this. Oh dang, yeah, you're right. Oh no, Will Smith, tiny Will Smith, no. What? Oh dang. Well, he died. He'll be back next week, but he died. But yeah, here's this little hoodie right here.
Sticker.
Yeah, sticker. Yeah, this has the Hannahcast logo on the front, and it has my big head on the back, because it's funny. We also have some hoodies and a t-shirt and whatnot. Like, mainly, the black t-shirt is mainly a prototype. There's no head on the back, but however, there is this little purple hoodie with, like, this is another design where it's like, it has me on the side of it and whatnot. But yeah, that's But yeah, that's the merch. So you can click the merch link on the website. We also have Twitter, Letterboxd, TikTok, subreddit. You really gotta get that Letterboxd at some point.
I'll do it eventually.
Yeah. Also, you you also forgot. You also forgot to put in the what was it, the timestamps.
Oh yeah.
You forgot the.
You're right. I'll get right on that.
Yeah, damn it! You forgot the timestamps.
I'm nothing if not a man of my word. I'll do that tonight.
Yeah, but yeah, sorry. Yeah, like I said, guys, you can find all that stuff on ChristianHannah.com. Please check it out, and Man, this has been one heck of a Hannahcast. Granted, you've been tired this entire thing.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I think I've been able to at least talk. I hope.
Talk. And so, I'd like to thank Raphael for being here. I'd like to thank Will.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Will Smith, Genie, here to keep us comfortable.
We're all a big happy family.
Yeah, exactly. Like Will Smith. Big
shit.
Dang, Will Smith. Yeah. So, I'm trying. I don't really have much of a segue here, but I guess.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
We'll catch you on the next Hannahcast.
Yeah, exactly. Bye.